Coming up today on Studio 13 Live, we're doing our entire show from Gig Harbor.
Kind of a hidden gem that people don't know about.
We're exploring everything from the beer scene to the whiskey and, of course, the food. Plus, we're hanging out with some sea creatures and taking you inside the Harbor History Museum.
It's better felt than told. It's something that you feel in your heart.
We're getting the scoop on everything that makes this city so great.
Studio 13 Live from Gig Harbor starts right now.
I wanna see you smile, take you another mile. Don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait today.
Thank you so much for being here. We are live from beautiful Gig Harbor. I'm so excited. I'm Carly Henderson.
And I'm Mireya Garcia. And you know what? We want to say a big thank you to the community of Gig Harbor because you have welcomed us with open arms. Everyone has been so kind. We also want to give our thanks to Tide's Tavern for allowing us to use this beautiful space with this amazing view for the show. Can you believe that?
It is immaculate. I am obsessed with being here. This is the best assignment ever. We are just bringing you all the fun today. The sights, the sounds, the foods, the drinks, and even some sea creatures. So stick around for that.
Yes, but we want to start off today's show by bringing in photojournalist Michael Driver, who actually got to spend a little bit of time here this week. Tell us about it.
Hey, it's not a bad gig, is it?
It is.
It's a bad gig.
You did there, my friend.
Yeah, so you guys, work in the news business sometimes. You got to go out and cover topics that, like, maybe people don't want to talk about. It's uncomfortable, things like that. Well, this was the complete opposite of that. I didn't have one person turn me down. Everybody wanted to talk to me because I came out here to ask all the locals just a simple question of, like, what is it about this place that you just love so much that just kept you here? And, everybody talked about, like, the sights and the sounds, the things you got to see and do. But one universal answer I got from a lot of people was that you just get this feeling that you really just can't describe when you're here. And after spending some time here, I know exactly what they're talking about.
Venezia, la luna tu.
There's a sweet spirit in Gig Harbor.
Stanotte questo cuore, sognando aspetterà.
That you can't find on any tourist description.
Sulla laguna l'amor ci vincerà. I get a lot of people that have never heard of Gig Harbor before.
Kind of a hidden gem that people don't know about.
It's got a little bit of everything.
The shopping, little boutiques here.
A lot of restaurants.
As you can see, it's beautiful. The harbor is really nice. The water views, the homes are gorgeous. The boats, I mean, it is very picturesque.
It's just beautiful.
It's better felt than told. It's something that you feel in your heart.
And then people start bringing gondolas over here. That's just the last straw.
Oh, oui, oui.
She's Mexican French.
And we've got some very friendly people here too.
Definitely, yeah.
Make you feel warm, like, hey, I live here, why not be friendly?
Come baci ti dirò ti voglio bene.
And you feel it as soon as you cross over the Tacoma's Narrow Bridge.
Whatever it takes to get out on the water. The summer is just amazing, just like it is today.
It's a real vibrant community here. And having something like the gondolas, being the only thing like it in the Pacific Northwest, it gets a lot of attention. Venezia, la luna tu.
It's relaxing, it's calm. I mean, this is a busy street here, but once you walk around and drive around.
Gig Harbor is in such a state of, change in a way. It's just thriving. There's a lot of growth going on here. Being out here and watching things slowly change over time. It's gonna be interesting to be out here when I'm, in my late 60s and going, oh, I remember, I remember that. It used to be this and that used to be this. People are finding out about it more. They come over here and they immediately fall in love with it, just like I did. Venezia, la luna tu.
It's settling and peaceful here.
E questo il grande sogno che non si scorda più.
I love that. He had a great voice. He really did.
He does. He's awesome. He's awesome. And I was trying to figure out, like, what's some of the best words to kind of describe Gig Harbor. And for me, it just feels like therapy. therapy is the
Really?
word.
Yeah, it
It's
feels
just
very like tranquil.
yeah, because you know we're surrounded by these amazing big cities, but you get down here, it's like that small town feel. Everybody's nice, saying hello, and you just kind of feel at peace, you know. And you know, and then you got situations like I think my buddy, my buddy John's back there. And you talk about like for half an hour I rode in his gondola and he sang just to me. And it wasn't even awkward.
Just lovely.
It was lovely, you know, just another man singing to another man, and we were just like, I loved it. And when I got on the set, I mean, I got back out in the bay. It was, I felt comfortable. I felt like relieved, and that's what I'm saying. Like it's a therapy thing.
Yeah, that's so wonderful. This was amazing, and we're gonna keep the fun going because we are checking in with Brian McMillan. Brian,
hi.
You've been having some fun.
I hear you've got some sea creatures with you now.
I got sea creatures because, I mean, we're right on the water. We got to talk about the animals that live in the water and near the water. And Rachel Easton is the education director of Harbor Wild Watch here. And they have this really cool facility that's right near the water. And you guys talk a lot about sharks and some of the sea life as well. And right here is one of your touch tanks where you get to actually come in and you actually feel the animals. This doesn't hurt them, right?
No, everything in here is safe to touch. We focus primarily on intertidal species that are some of the toughest animals out there. So everything in here is very hardy and can withstand the touching.
Why is it important to kind of learn about these animals even by touching them? You were talking about that earlier.
So I mean, what better way to introduce yourself to your neighbors that live in the water than to shake their hands and come get a feel for what they're all about. It really is a great memory-making experience. A lot of kids really, like, this is what stands out when they visit our touch tanks is, I got to touch the squishy thing or the sharp thing or the, you know,
Totally.
Insert whatever feeling here.
So we got some starfish here.
Yes.
So I'm gonna roll up my sleeves here because I do want to try.
Go right in.
I do want to try. So there's 3 different kinds of starfish, right? So we got this one right here. This one is a little on the harder side,
It is on the harder side. This is a mottled sea star, and as you touch it, you might notice that the gills retract and reveal a slightly different color skeleton underneath. They're pretty bumpy and slimy and squishy all at the same time.
Yeah.
And these are carnivores. They're preying on things that they can catch that are slower than they are. So mussels, barnacles, the slower animals out there, or the things that can't move.
Okay, and then what's the next one?
Yeah, and then so a few other ones. Let's see. My ochre star is right here. This kind of purplish one right there. Give that one a feel.
This right here.
Yep.
Okay.
The skeleton on that one protrudes a little bit more than the mottled star, so it's a lot more bumpy.
Bumpy, yeah, sharper kind
and stiffer. That's a much harder star
Okay,
there.
okay.
And those really are adapted to really rocky outer coasts where they're getting battered by waves. So their skeleton reflects that.
That's really cool, by the way.
And then here, I'll lift up this one here. This is a leather sea star. And they feel a bit different than all the other sea stars. They feel like wet leather.
Oh, yeah, kind of slimy.
Yeah, kind of slimy and smooth.
Yeah.
So no sign of that hard outer skeleton like on the other species.
This is attached. What is going on here?
So this is yesterday's lunch. So I mentioned that they eat the sessile invertebrates, the things that can't move, so mussels being one of them. And so this one has consumed a mussel and left that shell behind.
That's wild.
Yeah, I can turn it over and see.
Oh, look at this.
Got a mussel. This is breakfast here.
That is so cool.
So the way that they eat is really interesting. They use their suction cup tube feet. Those are these little, they look like little noodles over here, to pry the shell open just a little bit, and then they squeeze their stomach in and digest it within the shell of the mussel.
That is so wild.
It looks like kind of like cellophane is what the stomach looks like.
It does.
So these are just a handful of the species. Some of the other ones that we can see in the center tank here are some of these fish.
Yeah, and the fish, you'll notice that some of them are maybe a little, you said it, not me, but a little fatter.
You know, a little rounder than the
And why is that?
So we have some pregnant female shiner perch in this tank, and they're getting very close to giving birth every...
We were hoping that they actually would happen on live TV. But
I mean, wouldn't that be
Come on,
amazing?
have your babies right
Come
now.
on,
This
you'll
is
be
your
the most famous fish ever.
And then these right here, I wanted to see how this works.
They look like truffula trees, something out of Dr. Seuss. These are a species of worm, a filter-feeding tube worm, and these ones are called feather duster worms. And when they are touched, they have this really cool adaptation to withdraw into their tubes. And that protects them from things like fish and crabs that might want to make a snack out of that delicious little worm there.
That is so neat.
So they'll stay inside there until they, get really comfortable, and then they'll come back out to grab plankton.
How can people come here and experience this and all the other great things that you guys have to offer?
We are open Wednesday through Sunday from 10 to 4. We're located right in downtown Gig Harbor. Come by and meet your neighbors.
And you guys also do a lot of stuff during the summer as well, right?
We do a ton, yeah. We have low tide beach walks. We're here for the concerts in the park and the farmers markets. We do historical walking tours as well. So there's lots of ways to get involved with our organization.
Thank you so much. Mireya and Carly, we'll send it back to you. This was so cool.
So many cool sea creatures.
Very interesting. Hey, this was a blast right here, but coming up next, I'm going to learn how to make a Cubano sandwich right here at Tides Tavern.
Okay, girl, you're heading in there. And Brian McMillan's going to give us the details on the Gig Harbor Beer Festival happening this weekend right after the break.
I wanna see you smile, take you. I wanna see you smile, take you another mile. Don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait.
Hello, welcome back. We are in the beautiful Gig Harbor Studio 13 Live launching its Summer of Fun tour. And now I get the chance to be inside of Tides Tavern, and I'm going to get to learn how to make the perfect Cubano sandwich. So I want to bring in Executive Chef John Palacio. Welcome.
Hi.
So talk to me about what we have here and what it takes to make the perfect Cubano.
So perfect Cubano starts with the bread here. So this bread we bring in delivered from Florida, from Tampa, Florida here, La Segunda Bakery. So that makes the sandwich pretty much.
Is it like bolillo or what kind of bread is that?
Yes.
Beautiful.
Similar to that.
Okay.
But it's slightly sweet as well. And then we have traditionally it comes with mustard, yellow mustard, but we have our own secret sauce is what we call it. But it's spiced with cumin and garlic in there as well.
Delicious.
We have our herb butter that goes on the bread before you put it on the plancha or the grill.
Yes.
Sliced smoked ham, and we have this braised mojo pork here. We
marinate. It's so warm. Oh, it's good. Okay.
We marinate it 24 hours in our mojo marinade, and sliced dill pickles and Swiss cheese as well.
Let's put her together.
Okay. So first we get our bread here, and then on both sides of the insides, we're going to put some of this secret sauce here.
Beautiful. What does it take to like create a secret sauce? Do you just kind of mess with it a little bit
Yeah,
until
we just
it gets good?
Right. We just kind of take traditional flavors and kind of turn it over on its head and kind of make it our own.
Yes, I love it. Ooh, nice and saucy.
Yeah, we want a lot of sauce.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good bread, but it's like a big chunk of bread, so you got to make it nice and creamy.
Rice.
Yeah.
Next is our ham here. Sliced ham.
Beautiful. We're going to throw her on there. And what's next?
And then our pickles.
Ooh, I love a good pickle. It adds like a little bite to a sandwich. Amazing. What's after the pickles?
There. So pickles becomes the pork here next.
Here we go. Beautiful. That is amazing, the kind of combination of flavors here. Now, while you're building that, TV magic, we already have a Cubano that is done, right? So you're building out the sandwich, and then you put it on the grill, and we want to show you the finished product as it gets built here. Look at how beautiful that is. So you're kind of seeing it from the beginning to the end here, and this is such a meaty sandwich. I'm going to give it a bite. All right, Chef?
Okay, sounds good.
All right, here's the test. Oh, my goodness. The bread makes it.
It makes the
It's
sandwich.
so good, but the bread really, it just puts it all together. Amazing. Look, we're going to enjoy the sandwich, but for now, I'm going to toss it to Brian McMillan. Brian, I know you're going to be talking about the beer festival, right?
I am, and I pulled up to the bar because, we're here at Gig Harbor Brewing, and we got to try some beers. We got to talk about that big beer festival coming up. This is John Fosberg, the owner of Gig Harbor Brewing.
Yes.
And so, first off, let's talk about that beer festival. That's coming up here on Saturday.
It's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yes. It's at the Gig Harbor Uptown Pavilion. We're going to have live music all day, 12 to 5 p.m. Washington Lottery, our main sponsor, is going to be there with selling scratch tickets and spinning the big prize wheel. We'll have Chatter Network recording live podcasts all day and 45 beers on tap, cider, seltzer.
I love a good beer festival. What is the beer scene like here in Gig Harbor?
Oh, it's fantastic. There's us, of course, and then Seven Seas, Wet Coast. So there's lots of beers to choose from and breweries to choose from. Lots of great restaurants and bars, especially up by the festival grounds. They're
awesome.
Surrounded by great restaurants.
And what are we going to try here? You gave me a few to try. You have lots of different beers to choose from here.
This is our Giggly Blonde.
Okay, Giggly Blonde.
Dead Man's Island IPA.
Okay.
And our Sturdy Gurdy Double IPA.
Well, that's very good. And by the way, check out this artwork here for the Giggly Blonde. You do all this yourself.
I do, yeah.
This is the Dead Man's Island IPA too. How cool is that? And you guys distribute your beers around the Puget Sound area as well.
We are family owned. We self-distribute from Everett to Olympia and all points in between.
I gotta say, these are fantastic. Great location as well. So if people want to find you down here in Gig Harbor, like how do they find you?
Well, we're right along the waterfront in downtown Gig Harbor on Marine View Drive. Come on down, have a sip.
And you said, and you guys don't necessarily do food in here, but there's a restaurant really close.
The Trolley restaurant is right next door. You can order there, bring it into the tap
You can do
room.
that. So you can order next door, bring it right in here, pull up to the bar and have some beers. You might even, and check it out over there, Byron, there's the Mug Club over there. If you want to get real fancy, join the Mug Club, right? How do people do that?
It opens up every fall. It's $85, and it includes a 20-ounce personalized mug, and you get a free ticket to the beer festival every year, too.
I gotta say, after trying all three of these, and I might be a lush, but I think the double IPA might be my favorite, the Sturdy Gurdy.
That's funny because it's my favorite, too.
It's your favorite, too?
Absolutely.
Well, cheers. Cheers.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much. And I'll send it back to you guys. I'm going to keep trying this. Good stuff.
Oh my gosh,
Amazing.
I feel like
So
we've already
fun.
covered so much ground,
I
and there
know.
is still so much to come.
And there is still so much of the sandwich that I will be eating. All right, coming up, we're going to be chatting with the Gig Harbor mayor.
Yeah, we're going to check out what her favorite spots around town is, and maybe check out some of the city's unique history right after the break.
I wanna see you smile, take you another mile. Don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait today. It's happening all around, like sunshine through the clouds. I'm gonna make you.
Hello, welcome back. We are at Tide's Tavern, and the mayor of Gig Harbor is joining us now.
Yes, Tracy Markley, thank you so much for hanging with us here.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
I heard you moved here when you were 5 years old.
I did.
How
I did.
has it changed since then?
Oh my goodness. I think when we moved here, there was one blinking red light. And I think it was at that intersection, the main intersection downtown. Dirt roads, mostly like one-way, one-way, two-lane roads. Tons of trees. I mean, everything was in the trees. So it is very, very different. Now we have wide intersections and roundabouts everywhere. Never thought I'd see a roundabout in this town. But it's very different. But, you know, I love it. I love how we've grown. I love that we've kept the downtown, that's kind of small town feel. We've kept our historic district intact. And so I like how we've grown.
And the natural beauty is still here.
It's still here. We still have a lot of trees.
And there are also a lot of fun summer activities that the community here enjoys, and it draws tourism as well. So share some of those with me.
So we have, our harbor is perfect for canoeing, kayaking, stand-up paddleboarding. We have a lot of stand-up paddleboarders that come in for the season, kayakers that come from all over just to kayak through our harbor. We have our Maritime Gig Fest, which is happening next weekend. That brings a ton of people to town, and that's kind of how some people find out about Gig Harbor, is by coming to those kind of major events. We also have our concerts at Scansey Park every Tuesday night, concerts on the waterfront. Like, I think we have 7 or 8 in a row this year.
Fun.
Super fun. We closed the street twice for 2 of those. One for National Night Out, celebrating our law enforcement. We have a great law enforcement band this year. And then we have another day, and I can't remember the day off the top of my head, where we close the street and we have vendors and food, and people can shop in the local restaurants and bring their food to the park and eat. It's great.
Okay, you do it all. And
We
I just
do it
ordered
all.
a stand-up
We do it all.
paddleboard, and I've already been planning on like coming back here.
it's
It'd be
so
fun. I love how
fun.
the water's still too.
Yes, it's very still. It's always good. This is my little plug for the police. Check the weather report before you go out.
Okay.
You never know when
Yes,
there might be a
yes.
little small craft warning that might pop up. So,
Hot tip.
yep.
What's something you think people would be surprised to know about Gig Harbor?
Oh gosh, we have a lot of little secrets here, but
Tell us some of them.
I think we're a very friendly town. We
Yes.
are people. I think they sometimes think of Gig Harbor as like, I don't know what the right word is. Maybe not as welcoming as we actually are. We are such a welcoming, friendly town. You come into town and people still smile at you on the street. If you drop your purse, someone is right there to help you pick it up. The dogs. Everyone loves loves dogs in this town, so don't be afraid to bring your dogs.
Yes.
Walk them along the waterfront. But we're really welcoming and really friendly, and we're striving very hard to keep it that way.
So wonderful. Now, we don't want to start a brawl, but we have to know, what is your favorite meal here in Gig Harbor?
Oh man. Okay. So the Greenhouse is my favorite restaurant. I think that's not a secret to anybody that knows me. They have a pork chop with like an apple cranberry chutney on top, with these like shaved Brussels sprouts and these potatoes, fingerling potatoes. That's my favorite meal.
Oh, very nice.
I wish I could say it was downtown, but
but we love them all.
We love them all.
We
It's
love 'em all.
uptown.
Lots of good food we need to try.
There's so much good food. So I have food allergies. If I did not, probably my second favorite would be the pizza here at Tide's Tavern.
I
It
bet.
is like, I remember what it tastes like when I could eat it. So yes, it's delicious.
Amazing. Thanks so much for chatting with
You're
us
welcome.
here today.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, it was a complete pleasure. And now coming up, we're taking you inside the Harbor History Museum. It is beautiful.
I'm so excited to check that out, as well as Heritage Distilling Company. Right after the break. See you soon.
Look at that, everybody. Okay, we are getting a live look right now. So usually we see Mac and Stella at Tide's Tavern, but I think this might just be Stella
It's
right
just
here.
Stella.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's had a nest here in this little flour barrel for years. And Tide's actually put a lot of thought into this. They made this little landing just for her. So she's got easy access to it and a good view of the harbor and local surroundings. And I think they actually live stream it as well. But the most popular spot to check it out is getting a table right next to the window.
Oh, that is beautiful. I feel like we saw Mac, though, a little bit ago, causing a ruckus.
Flying around, protecting his flock. It's so cute.
It is very cute.
Oh my gosh, there is so much iconic history here in
Yes.
Gig Harbor, and Studio 13 Live actually had a chance to come here and check out a little preview ahead of time, right?
Yes, I got to hang out at the Harbor History Museum. Not only was it so much fun and educational in an amazing way, but I actually got to touch pieces of history, and I want to show it to you now. Hello, I have the opportunity to be at the Harbor History Museum with Stephanie Lyle, director. Thanks for having me.
We're so happy to have you here.
So,
it's awesome.
Talk to me a little bit about the museum and all these wonderful things that you have here.
Well, the Harbor History Museum, this building actually opened in 2010. And so we've been here for a while, but we tell the story of not only just Gig Harbor, but the whole Gig Harbor area, South Puget Sound. And it goes from everything from First Peoples to farming, fishing, round rocks, rooster races, quirky things about the area that everyone loves, and of course the crashing Narrows Bridge.
Yes.
That's the big story.
Gallopin' Gertie. Now, you were going to show me a little bit about that, right?
Absolutely.
All right, let's get to it.
Okay.
So I am just so excited to get a close-up look at this piece of history. Talk to me about this bridge.
Well, this bridge is amazing. It was actually constructed and opened in 1940. It was actively used for only about 6 months because it opened on July 1st of 1940. It collapsed on November 7th, 1940.
And these are pieces from
These
there.
are pieces from it.
We're allowed to touch this?
You can touch this, yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and you can tell how stiff and sturdy this was.
But it's all bent.
But it's all bent. And imagine like you're pulling taffy, because the bridge didn't collapse like that. It was hours and hours of time that it was swaying and twisting, and so the metal got so soft it actually bent and twisted before and as it collapsed.
Finally
into the
collapsed.
water.
And that is why she was called Galloping Gertie, is that right?
Well, that's part of the story,
Okay.
yeah, because actually she had that galloping movement even before the bridge collapsed. It kind of galloped up and down, but the thing that was literally the thing that made the bridge crack and sway was that it started to twist. And when it started to twist, imagine you're twisting a tree branch or a piece of taffy, and the structure just couldn't hold it. And the wind was not that strong. It was 42 miles an hour, but because it was a solid construction, the wind couldn't go through it, and it just picked it up and just twisted it around until it was a mangled mess and crashed.
And here it is now. This is amazing.
Above the panels here, you see the last and only actual rendering that was done by David Steinman, who was the bridge engineer, in 1928. This is what was proposed to the people of Washington to cross the Tacoma Narrows. Now, it's a lot different than what was actually built. You can see the design completely changed over time, and that is a whole story into its own right. But the idea was to streamline the bridge, make it very aesthetic, and cut costs. A lot of value engineering happening there. So the style of the bridge that was actually built was completely different than that original rendering, but the idea was there. A lot of people ask what happened to the metal that was in the bridge after it collapsed, and a lot of it was repurposed for the war effort because, of course, it's 1940, and it's just before America enters World War II.
You guys have such amazing history here, really.
We do, yeah.
You even have a whole building that has been designated a historic site.
That's so true. We do, right here on the museum campus.
Let's take a look at it, okay? Yes, I do,
okay,
I do.
awesome.
So this is Midway School.
It is. It's the last one-room schoolhouse in the whole area. There used to be about 15 of them scattered all around the two different peninsulas. And then this was the last one remaining. It was moved to this site in 2009 and fully restored. And now when we go inside, you want to go inside?
Yes!
Yeah, we're going to step into 1915.
Ooh, all right, let's do it.
Let's go. Come on in.
Oh my
Welcome
goodness.
to 1915.
This is so cool.
It is amazing.
I can't believe you guys got all this stuff in here too. Are these original?
They are. They're all original to the time period, but they are not necessarily original to the Midway School. And the reason why is because we have this amazing school program called the Midway School Experience, and kids come and they actually participate in a lesson from 1915. Here.
Oh,
in these desks.
I love it.
With a fully costumed interpreter, Marm, that does reading lessons, the 5-finger lesson, as you can see on the chalkboard. They do the memory gem, they do all sorts of recitation. Sometimes they do music. So it's a really, really fun, amazing program.
Wonderful. So up next, you're going to show me a ship?
Oh, not just a ship. This is a fishing boat that was 73 years on the water in Alaska and the San Juans. It was built in Gig Harbor and fished by 2 different Gig Harbor families. Well, this is the Shenandoah. It was built in 1925 and actually built here in Gig Harbor, fished by 2 different Gig Harbor families. And we're doing a really interesting restoration conservation technique where this side, the port side, is being conserved to its original 1925 configuration. And then on the starboard side, it's actually rebuilt to the 1950s, 1960s bulwark configuration. So that side will be all rigged to fish. It'll be a pretty cool and amazing but we'll be able to step on board and actually see these reconstructions live and in person.
Hey!
What are you doing up there?
I just having some fun. Can we do the rest of the interview up here?
Yes, we can.
Awesome.
Cool. Thanks.
So I am just blown away at the amazing opportunity I have to be here. So thank you so much for that.
Yes, of course. Thank you.
Tell me what the end goal with the restoration process is.
Oh, I'd love to. It's really, really cool. We are not only finishing out the boat and finishing the restoration of the boat, but ultimately this whole gallery will be enclosed, mostly windows, so you'll be able to look out over the harbor, but really to create an immersive environment that both protects the work that we've done on the boat and gives people the opportunity to see what it's like under the waterline where salmon live, and that's the kind of fish that this boat caught, predominantly through its whole career, and then to step on board and become a crew member.
Talk to me about when people can come visit.
Yeah, so Harbor History Museum right now is open Wednesday through Saturday from 11 to 4. And we invite anybody and everybody that wants to come down. We are really fortunate to have support through the city and other funders to provide free admission. So it's a really great way for people to bring the family and just see something different and new. And we have a lot of people that come down just to check on the progress of the boat and see what's happening.
This has been an amazing experience. Thank you so much for showing me around the Harbor History Museum in the adorable Gig Harbor. You gotta come.
That was so cool. I feel like I just got a little history lesson.
Yes, it
Great
is
job.
so fun, and they have so many things that you can interact with, which I think always makes it so much better. And they have a brand new exhibit that's starting soon, I Spy, where you get to see a lot more of the historic artifacts that are there.
Cool. I like seeing you up on that big boat.
I know. I was a little scared. It was very high, but I was so excited that I got to try that.
That was awesome. Well, we've got to check it back in with Brian McMillan. The last time we saw him, he was drinking a little beer.
Yes, and now he is at the Heritage Distilling Company. Hey, Brian.
I know. Did you say it's beer before liquor? Never been. Well, no. You know what? It's okay. We're going to be fine. We're here at Heritage Distilling Company, and I'm very excited for this. I'm here with Justin and Danielle. Justin's the CEO of Heritage Distilling Company, and Danielle is with Rustic Joyful Food. So glad you guys are here, and so glad that we're here. This is a fantastic, beautiful room that you guys have. Tell us a little bit about the place.
Thank you. Yeah, this is Heritage Distilling Company in the heart of downtown Gig Harbor, and behind me is our Cask Club. This is where members sign up. They get to tell us what they want: bourbon, rye, vodka, gin. We custom age it when they like the flavor. After they tested it, custom bottle, custom proof, custom labels, and out they go. And then we work on the next batch for them.
You were showing me that. I just think this is the coolest idea. So if you like something, let's say you like a bourbon, and then at the end here, when it's all done, you can get it all bottled up. And you said for people you kind of like.
Yeah, you give them a small bottle. For a really good friend, you give them a regular size bottle.
I like that. I like that a lot. This is fantastic. And so what are we going to be trying out and making here?
So this is actually so much fun. This is our partnership between Rustic Joyful Food and Heritage Distilling. We've come up with fluorescence vodka, which means to be in bloom. And it's so delicious. It's grapefruit and pomelo vodka, just a touch of cane sugar. And we're really focusing on batch cocktails right now. I think that that's all the rage. It's very on trend.
It's easy, right?
It's easy. You want to celebrate with your girlfriends. You want to have a family party. You just need to get everything into the ice pitcher. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of grapefruit juice.
10 ounces of grapefruit juice.
Yes.
10 ounces of grapefruit juice.
And then we're going to do some simple syrup.
4 ounces of simple syrup.
Yes. And then our next endeavor here, we've got French for water, a little rosé, sparkling rosé to top this bad boy off.
And you do not need to be a skilled bartender here to make this. That's the good thing, right?
I like to write cocktails that are very simple and easy for people. I mean, I love all the tricky stuff, but we want simple and beautiful. And look how pretty that is. We're just top it off with a little bit more of this guy. I would put you know what? I think we're just going to have a little bit more fun. Let's get a little bit more vodka in here. Just a touch. just a touch.
Going to the kind of
glug, glug, glug.
Glug, glug, glug. I'm going to reach around here and get a little bit of the citrus in here because it's so beautiful. And this is the sangria, which is just so much fun. And then Justin's going to go ahead and make a lemon drop because maybe you don't want to make a batch. Maybe you just want a cocktail for yourself, which, you know what? I'm an advocate. Make yourself a cocktail. In goes the fluorescence. This is our fluorescent lemon drop.
A little bit of simple syrup
Yes.
here. Lemon juice.
Yeah. Into the cocktail shaker.
We've already put the sugar on. This is if you're relaxing on the back porch, reading a book, a magazine.
You just need me time.
Yeah, you don't want a whole pitcher.
Cocktail.
You don't want a whole pitcher. You don't have friends coming over.
I know. This will be me time.
And this is the fluorescence lemon drop, and it's perfect.
Oh, no, we love lemon drops in our house here. It's fantastic.
They're so classic, and so I feel like it's important for you to make cocktails at home. Like, step out of your comfort zone, get a couple things, experiment, and then you absolutely have to try the fluorescents. QFC, we're in Safeway stores, here at Heritage.
Total Wine and More.
Oh, yes. Man.
You come in
That's
by
so
bottles
good.
here.
Yeah.
That is good.
Here
Can't leave us
in our
out.
Gig Harbor location, we've got locations in Roslyn, Eugene, Oregon, down in Tumwater, and down in Chehalis, and or order online at heritagedistilling.com, and we'll deliver to you.
And cheers.
It's fantastic. Cheers,
Thank you,
everybody.
sir. Absolutely.
This is delicious.
Thank you.
And by the way, if Danielle's, you may have seen her on many other shows, including our own Kelly Clarkson show as well.
Yes,
right?
absolutely. I love it.
So she's been doing this a long time. We got books out and everything.
Yes, cookbooks. I mean, there's so many fun things coming out for Rustic Joyful Food.
Well, this is just a
Absolutely.
really special place, and I mean, as far as you can join the Cask Club, but other things that you guys offer
We have
here.
Cocoa Bomb chocolate whiskey. We've
Delicious.
got our RTDs, canned cocktails, ready to go. So in the summertime, if you're coming to Gig Harbor by boat, come grab the cocktails to go. We also have them all over the region at retailers, and regular vodkas and gins and a whole assortment. Come in, sample, try, buy, walk out as a fan.
I love it.
And this is the Cocoa Bomb, the chocolate whiskey. You guys, this is so good.
They said it's like slamming two of your
Yes.
favorite things together, chocolate and whiskey.
I love
You
it.
can't beat it.
Yes.
Guys, thank you so much. This is fantastic. And cheers to you, Mireya and Carly.
That's a lot of booze. You should bring us some.
Definitely bring back. The crew was requesting it while your package was playing.
Okay,
It's
all
all
right.
just
I'll see what I
the
can
sun
do.
just came out, and it is just feeling absolutely magical here today. Oh, I'm having the best
Beautiful.
time. Did you know too? They like during the summer months, like boats can pull up here on the dock and get dock service.
What?
So, yes, they bring you a menu. You can order out there. You can pull up your paddleboard.
I love it. That sounds so beautiful. We just got to make friends with people who have boats.
Yes,
Okay.
that's step two. That's step two. Coming up as we continue to celebrate Gig Harbor, I'm going to get behind the bar. I'm going to hang out with a bartender and learn how to make a signature drink here at Tides.
Yes, and then we're going to catch up with Brian McMillan, who is going to be at a seafood spot, local one too. We'll be right back.
I wanna see you smile, take you another. I wanna see you smile, take you another mile. Don't gotta wait, don't.
Hello, we are keeping the party going here at Tides Tavern. I'm having the best day ever, and I'm here with Abby Reynolds. She's a bartender here. Hi.
Nice to meet you.
How's it going? How long
It's
have you
going
been
really good.
bartending here?
Just over a year now.
Okay, there
1 year
we
anniversary.
go. What are we going to be making today?
Today we're going to be doing our Gig Harbor Rita.
Okay.
She's cute. She's just a take on our house Rita cocktail recipe. We're going to get some ice going.
Okay.
A little bit of well tequila.
Little tequila in here.
And then we're going to go for a healthy dose of Malibu, just for
Healthy.
flavor.
I like it.
You know.
Keep it going.
Got
then what's
our Rita
next?
mix, and we're going to take a little bit of pineapple.
Ooh, I love some pineapple juice here. Is this one of the more popular drinks here
This
at Tides?
one sells like crazy on
Yeah.
a sunny day, especially when you guys are on the jet.
Yeah.
It's
It
really that
seems-
pineapple.
Yeah, like a quintessential summer drink, you know? There we go. Get a little salt rim. And here we are. Anything else?
Oh, of course.
Of course. A little cute garnish.
What is a marg without a lime?
Absolutely. And she's done?
Perfect.
I love it. I can't wait to try this. What are some of the other more popular drinks here at Tides?
Definitely our cucumber Cosmo, an absolute favorite. Our raspberry Rita is my personal favorite. And the easiest to drink, our Tides Pink Lemonade, to die for.
Ooh, I love a lemonade. That's just
So
like screams
easy.
patio to me. That sounds amazing. What's your favorite part about living here in Gig Harbor?
Definitely the walkability. I get to
Yeah.
just walk down to work every single day. It's gorgeous. I mean, look at what I get to look at when I'm working.
Like, how can you be in a bad mood? You know
Seriously.
what I mean? If you have a bad day, you just look out at the water, look out at sweet little Stella
That's what I'm
nesting
saying.
with her geese.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that the cutest
Morale
thing ever?
boost every single year.
I love it so much. I want to show you some of the gear that we have here at Tides Tavern because they've got like the cool like 70s rainbow stripes and all the vibes up in here. I'm just loving it. I think it's so cool. So many t-shirts. A lot of the crews are already talking about how we're going to be getting the sweatshirts to take home with us. And this is just great. I'm having the best day ever. Check out Tide's Tavern. They're also, randomly, their bathroom's really cute when I went in there when I got here earlier. Everything is to die for. I'm just obsessed with this right now. And we need to check in with Brian McMillan. He was drinking a little bit earlier, but I think he went to go get some food. So I think he's over at Kettlefish right now. Brian, what's happening on your side of town?
I am over at Kettlefish. This place, I can just, it smells so good, you guys. So, join with me right now, Dave Montour. You're the owner here of Kettlefish. Tell us a little bit about your place.
Great, we're Kettlefish. We opened in October down here in Gig Harbor. We're really excited to be down in Gig Harbor. About 4 years ago, we opened a little shop up in Silverdale, and we've been selling fish and chips and these wonderful dishes out of our steam kettles here. We've got a cioppino ready to go that we just made. Brittany made for us, and she's going to do a little demonstration for us.
I'm excited. This is Brittany right here, and Brittany, how do you I guess, make what you're making here in these steam kettles?
So basically, we just turn these kettles on. They're very, very fast. They're very, very efficient. They heat up to about 210 degrees, and everything's done within like 30 to 60 seconds.
Cool. Can you show us kind of the process here of what you're doing?
Absolutely. So I just finished making a cioppino, but I can make a second cioppino for you guys.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. And this, by the way,
Here, you could taste.
I can taste it. Okay, while you're making it, I'll taste here. I get the best part of the job here to taste.
Right.
While she's doing her, go ahead and tell us what you're going to do here.
Okay, so first we turn on our steam kettle. So we just give it a few turns. There's going to be kind of a stopping point where the red handle will stop itself. You turn that on. Cioppino is a clam base, so we go over here and grab our clam base. Thank you. I do a 4-count pour, so
Okay.
I go 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Very precise process here.
Yeah, there's a lot of numbers in it.
And what is in it? It's called a cioppino.
Cioppino.
So what's in it?
So it's got mussels, clams, cod, shrimp, crab, our cioppino base, which is fennel, celery, onion, and tomato base.
Awesome. Go ahead and keep going.
At this point, we add our Kettlefish shake. I do about 3 to 5 shakes. I go down in this drawer and we grab our garlic.
You got to have garlic in everything.
Yep, half a teaspoon of garlic. Dump that in.
I love garlic. I always put double the amount in whenever it's involving garlic, I think.
Yeah, well, if you come in order, I'll make sure to add extra garlic for you. Okay, so at this point, we're going to add our shellfish. So I turn on my little weigher. I'm going to do 5 clams.
Okay.
4 mussels.
And now, while you're doing that, I am going to give this a shot here because we only got about 30 seconds left, but I am going to try this because this looks absolutely fantastic. This is kind of like a stew, right?
Indeed, yeah, it's like a tomato-based stew.
Yeah. Guys, it's so good. It is so good. Got to come down here to Kettlefish, especially after hitting up the brewery and the distillery. This is a good place to kind of settle down. We got more on Studio 13 Live coming up here after this from Gig Harbor.
I wanna see.
Hey, we are reunited. I'm so excited. We have just had the best day ever in Gig Harbor.
You sent me running around.
I know, you can relax now, my friend.
Tough day.
First time I've sat down all morning long, but what a fun day. This is
Absolutely.
the coolest town.
It is,
really
and
is.
we want to take the opportunity to give a big thank you to all the folks here at Tide's Tavern. Look, we got a founder, we got an owner, we have all the staff.
You guys are amazing! Woo! Look at them!
What an amazing crew. This has been a great home base, too, I have to say. Got to try the food, got to try the little drinky drink, little goosey goose.
That's right. What was your favorite thing, Brian?
Well, the sun came out finally, which
Thank
is good.
goodness.
Yes. My favorite part was the people, to be honest, because everybody that we met was so incredible, so genuine, so nice. And I think Michael Driver said this a little bit earlier, but this place feels like therapy. It is so wonderfully relaxing and so close to the Seattle area and all that. So it doesn't take that long to get here.
Yeah.
So it's got everything you need. but it's got a very relaxing vibe. And I can't wait to take my own family out here to do some exploring on the beach and kind of just relax.
Same. I want to get out on this water now. I just ordered a paddleboard. I think it's coming in today.
Yeah.
I'm already planning on bringing my boyfriend back here. I want to do this little dock service here, order from the menu at Tides. I love that.
You know, not only are the people great, but I love getting the opportunity to learn about how much Gig Harbor has changed in just a few short years. I feel like we see so much growth, which is so fantastic for the community, for the businesses, but it still has that small town feel.
And I gotta say, guys, the food here was ridiculoly good too. So
I haven't had any food yet. I'm ready to jump in.
You haven't had any food? Oh, I'm sorry. I've had all the food.
A lot of food, a lot of
I
drink.
had donuts. I had seafood. I was eating clams this morning at 6 o'clock. So yeah, no, but the food here has been spectacular. And if you're a seafood lover, I mean, this is your place.
Sure.
You know, the Maritime City. I mean,
But I also love seeing you with the cute little sea creatures too. I
That
saw
was
you
fun.
petting some starfish. I just saw like a finger go down into the tank.
Is he gonna lose it or not?
Yeah, it was fun. It was really, really fun.
Cute.
Good
Oh
stuff.
my gosh, yeah. This is I mean, it's like you said, it's so close to the city, so it's be perfect little like day trip to
A
come
little
over
getaway.
here, you know, or come stay the night, hang out, have a relaxing walk along the water.
I feel like that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And this is kind of prime time right now here for this place because, you know, in the summertime, they're going to have a bunch of festivals going on. And they're going to have a bunch of activities for everybody, for the family, and all of that, too. So.
And if you come to Tides, you got to get here early if you want a prime view of Stella the goose. You know what I mean?
yes.
There's actually
She'll
a
let
table
you
right
know.
there. You can look right out the window and see the goose, and she's here with her 6 eggs. It's
Very
so cute.
And Mac will let you know that he's here as well.
Yeah.
Very
Honk,
loudly.
honk.
We have had so much fun on the beginning of our summer fun tour.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
I wanna see you smile, take you another mile. Don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait today. It's happening all around, like sunshine through the clouds. I'm gonna make